Supergirl. Now, I like Supergirl. My good friend many
Yeah,
years ago was part of the reboot. Ian Churchill did some covers and some beautiful art for it.
yeah.
And
Michael
I think I've
Turner and
got a bit
Jeff
of a
Loeb,
soft
right?
spot for Supergirl, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. I like the Michael
Yeah.
Turner and Jeff Loeb stuff. That was really cool. I think
Yeah.
Tom King did a really cool run on Supergirl, didn't he?
If I missed that. But again, I'm not a
Oh
huge
no, I
DC
think it
fan,
was a
eh?
Black Label thing, but no, it's the same creative team as Helena Winghorn. So I need to
Okay.
go. I need to go back and check that out. I'm
Yeah.
sure
The
it's
Black
great.
Label books are really good. I like them. They're a bit
I
darker.
mean, that run is getting a movie based on it, or
Oh,
a TV show from James Gunn. So yeah.
all
Hey,
right. Well, that's something to talk about when we find out more then, for sure. All right.
exactly.
Supergirl. Sophie Campbell, Tamara Bonvillain. Now, this book was definitely not what I expected. So I think
Yeah,
for me,
hundred
it's a
percent the
mixed bag, and I'm
same.
going to explain that. Right, the art is really nice. Okay,
Yeah,
the art is really nice.
not
I
what I was
love the art.
expecting, but
No, it
yeah,
wasn't what I expected, but I really liked it. So I'm going to quickly go through the story. So essentially, Supergirl, um, she decides to go home. There's a little story at the beginning with the bottle, but we can skip that for now, right? Anyway,
yeah.
she
Don't,
decides to
don't
go
forget,
back home. Huh?
don't forget Krypto. He's so hot right now.
Yeah, Krypto is cool. I wonder why. Yeah, look, there's this little preamble at the beginning that just shows the kind of person she is and everything else. You know, she's caring and thoughtful and all this kind of jazz, but we'll just skip that because the main story is this. So she decides to go back to Midvale to see, essentially, mum and pop, right? And she hasn't been back for quite some time. Now, when she gets back, she discovers that Midvale has gone Supergirl mad. And if you'll notice on this billboard, there is a picture of a very different body type Supergirl. And she's like, well, this is a bit strange. So she goes further into the town and she notices that there's Supergirl everywhere. Supergirl, everyone's mad about Supergirl. And one of her friends turns up and like, oh, hi, you're home and everything else. And then this car comes around the corner and she decides to save her friend. So she quickly spins into her costume, whips her away, and then people start coming out and going, this isn't Supergirl. This is an imposter. Who are you? She's like, well, I'm Supergirl. And then another curvier Supergirl turns up with a rabbit instead of Krypto, saying, oh, you're an imposter. You're an imposter. And she uses these devices, not powers. We don't know how she's flying, probably another device. These devices to sort of embarrass Supergirl and prove to the town that she's the real Supergirl, and then flies off, ta-ta for now. And then it's like, okay, so there is an imposter there that's pretending to be Supergirl. And then we move into the house where her mum and pop are, and they don't know who she is. They're like, who are you? She goes, well, I'm your daughter. And then the more curvier Supergirl in her civilian clothes walks down and goes, oh, I'm Linda Danvers, who are you? And she's like, no, you're not. What's going on? And that's the story. So this book,
Yeah,
lovely art. I tell you one thing about it that I didn't like was it's so wordy. Honestly, you need to set aside 45
yeah,
minutes to get through
yeah.
the
That
amount of dialogue, and it is so there's everything is explained every step of the way. Now listen,
yeah.
this is definitely aimed at tweens, right? This is
Okay.
not a book for your average comic book
No,
reader,
it's not.
right?
It's not.
No, this is for tweens. It is aimed at a very specific audience, and for that specific audience, they'll love it. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not that specific audience, so I don't love it. Now, the writer is actually a trans writer, so that's probably why some of these issues are in this book, and that's absolutely fine. So I'm not saying that's a negative point. I'm just
Of
explaining
course.
why this book is the way it is and who it's aimed for. So I don't think this has a wide appeal. I think this is very targeted to a certain demographic. And you know what? If that's your demographic, you're going to love it. It's
Yeah.
nice to look at. It's an average story where it's like there's an imposter. Goddamn Scooby Doo! I'll find out who you are. That kind of thing. And that's it. But the
Yeah.
art, I love the art. I love the art. That's it, isn't it, Jim? There's not much else to report about it.
I did like the bit where she had to stop the super cat, Streaky the super cat, from knocking off the bottle of Candor onto the floor.
Oh yeah. At the beginning, I
That's what
skipped over that part because I thought it.
that's quite
Yeah,
funny.
I
Streaky
think
the
that.
super cat. Come on, James
Yeah,
Gunn, make Streaky the super cat cool. Let's
you
see
never
that.
know. You never know. You never know. But yeah, and the rabbit's cool too. But yeah, that's it really. I mean,
Rabbit.
it was all right.